Yo, crap. Hello? Yo, yo. Hold on, let's see if this shit turns off my computer. Hold on. If this live stream ends, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm trying to connect my computer right now.
Nice.
Hold on one second. Hello? Can you see
Oh,
me?
now I can hear you. Yep.
Oh fuck. Hold on, wait. Speaker. Talk now.
Yep.
There you
Hello.
go. How are you, bro?
Not bad, man. How are you doing?
Not bad, dude. I've been after it all day, bro, and we're making so much progress, so I'm happy, man. But how is everything with
Nice.
you, dude?
That's not bad, man. Grinding, trying to get there. I'm excited for this new role. I'm so antsy on getting this contract and just starting.
Yeah, dude, I've been there, bro. I get it. I would honestly say, dude, like for you, dude, you just gotta lock in on just like showing up with your. I mean, are you still closing for? By the way, this is being live streamed. By the way, it's being live
Hmm.
streamed and recorded. So
Live streamed on where, like YouTube?
yeah,
That's sick.
yeah. If you want, like, watch it on your phone. That way, it gets a viewer. Here, I'll
Oh,
text
sick.
it. I'll text it to you.
Sure.
And recorded. So
Live streamed on where, like YouTube? Wow. My voice sounds so high pitched.
my fault. So, bro, it's all about you today, man. I mean, I do know that all the clients are going to be joining in like 40 minutes. Um, but bro, like we're honestly going to crush it, bro. Like I think the biggest thing now is just like, yeah, I've been doing trainings like twice a day every single day now.
Damn.
Um, so we're creating a scalable system where like all of these live streams are being clipped
Hmm.
and then they're being posted online and then they're being on then also Instagram. Dude, it's gonna like I'm gonna be posting like 2 to 3 times a day. Like I want to take over.
Damn. I'm excited, man. That's huge.
Yeah. Like enough is enough, bro. Like I've been wanting to do this, so it's just like we just got to build the systems in place. Mohammed is actually closing for me now.
Is he?
So
Nice.
yeah, he's building out like the entire setting system for me, and I already have an AI appointment setter, so he's just helping me monitor it. And
Damn.
then one of the other clients, Hamza, he's gonna be probably brought in as a setter. And then
Nice.
Daniel Barbat,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I mean he's gonna probably get placed very, very soon. So let me hear. I
Nice.
just gotta turn on the heater. So say what's up, guys. Hold on. What's going on?
What's
What's
up?
up, Thomas, bro?
What's
How's the
up, guys?
how's the new role?
I haven't
Actually,
started yet. I'm waiting
Uh,
on kind of getting through, but I'm all antsy, man. I want to just get started.
bro, actually,
yeah.
I wanted to say something about that, Thomas, because I know Nucci. I'm inside this community or like kind of company, a
Yeah.
recruiting company called Deal Fuel,
Okay.
and they short. Do you know about them? Do you know
Nope.
about them? Yeah, basically they connect B2C to B2B like reps to big companies and you get shortlisted because you have a database, you're in the database, you have a
Mhm.
profile, and these business owners are recruiting from the database, right? So
Oh.
I got shortlisted from them, and usually the process is they say, "Hey, you got shortlisted. Here are the next steps if you're interested." And they
Mhm.
get you the brief of like their company, whatever. And it was an SDR role. And yeah, I remember shooting them a Loom video and everything, but I didn't really get back to them. But I know they are big. I know they are like a huge.
I know the guy as well, like Nucci. I think it's his name, no? Like,
Yeah, it's Nucci. Yeah. So there was two roles that Dylan had. He's the kind of the sales manager. So there was Tatiana and Nucci. So he's kind of like, I don't know where you would fit best. He's like, let me think about it. So I'm going to be working with this lady called Tatiana.
Mm.
She sells social media, kind of like, I guess a social media business to realtors to get more leads for them.
Okay, got it. Yeah, yeah. So she's in the company, or you're gonna work with her separately?
I'm gonna work with her because that Dylan dude is the I guess the guy who kind of hires the sales reps.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, is Daniel streaming this already?
Yeah, it's
Or
live streaming. I have
oh
it on my
shit.
phone right now. I'm watching it.
Oh, nice. Okay. I mean, I guess then we want to keep it like, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to hide about these things, but yeah.
Yeah, how are you guys doing? I know you guys are crushing it. You guys are hopping on role plays almost every day. I see. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
man, the grind never stops.
No doubt, man. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, we're all trying our best to definitely just land a role ASAP. So that's why we're hopping on these calls every day. But
Nice.
we want your experience, big dog, because you're the big shark here.
No, no. That's Daniel, man. Daniel's a big shark.
No, Daniel is separate. But we want the people who are 3 steps ahead of us or 4 steps ahead of us.
Right.
Because
I get it.
yeah, I heard a quote earlier actually by Ali Abdal. I don't know if I can say it, but it was saying something like you can always relate more to the person who's 3 steps ahead of you and not 10 steps ahead of you. I was like,
Right.
I'm just getting a call because the one who is 10 steps ahead of you doesn't really remember how it feels like to be whatever, like
Yep.
9 steps behind. But
Yep.
the one who is 3 steps ahead of you knows and still remembers.
Oh, 100%.
So that's why we need you, big dog.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Yeah, I'll try to make them as much as I can. The only issue is that a lot of these
Sure.
calls are in the time where I spend time with I have two small children. So
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
I'm working like a dog every day. So that time where we're meeting is usually when I hang out with them. So it's kind of like I have
Uh,
to sacrifice every now and then.
yeah, for sure.
Serious.
Yeah. I just had to do a quick fit change and
Nice.
watch check.
Got the old money style going there.
Yeah. Of course, I was in sweatpants, sweats all day because I've been working with these guys. I've literally been on calls with these guys every like this whole day. Like
Damn.
I haven't stopped.
Damn.
So yeah. But
Can
what
you
I'm
let
gonna
Crazy,
my
actually.
what I'm
recorder
gonna
in?
do. Oh, sorry. What did you say?
Can you let my recorder join?
What I'm gonna do just to make the experience better on YouTube,
Oh, you're
I'm
gonna throw up.
I'm gonna remove all of the recorders and I'll just have mine in and I'll send you guys the recording at the end. So Hamza or whoever, just organize it. I know you guys are already doing that, so yeah.
Sick.
But yeah, there's Momo. So nuclear. So basically what we're going to do now is I want to review one of Thomas's calls and just give him as much value as I can because I haven't seen this guy in like a week or two. So you ready to review a call, Thomas?
Sure.
Also, if you're participating in this live, because it's optional and you guys are here, please go on your phones and keep a phone watching this live stream. That way it can give me a view. Or even just have a tab open on your computer and just leave it open because it can support your boy.
Is it a close or non-close?
Phones and keep a sorry, what?
I was saying, is the call that we're about to review a close or a non-close?
Leave it
Close.
open because it can
What is it?
I
Close.
have no idea. It's one
Nice.
of Thomas's calls. It's one of Thomas's calls. So Thomas, whenever you're ready, just submit the link in the chat.
In the chat, sure, I'll do it there.
Yeah, and also because for people on YouTube, if you're watching this like post production, these calls are just, I guess, continuations of my coaching program because I have clients internally that we do one-on-ones and group calls for. So if you're seeing a bunch of faces in here, It's not because this is a group coaching call. This is just an optional call that these guys are joining that they get access to. They can ask questions. If you're not closing above 40%, you know, go to the link in the description. I'm just gonna add it right now because it's not there. And yeah, like just join that. And one thing I would say as well, like holy shit, I think there's so much value just in like this playlist that I have. Like there's like hours of videos here of like live call recordings, actual trainings, live calls. This is a new sales call that I posted. It's a 2 hour sales call. How to never give up with sales calls. And like it was a call that I just went and went and went. It was crazy. So check this out as well. It's in my playlist, but I'm going to update the description of this live. That way you guys can book a call or whatever. If you're interested, you can take a look at it. You can take a gander at it. But yeah, so Thomas, do you have the call ready?
Yeah, I sent it to the chat.
Okay, let's dive in right now. But so far though, before diving into the call review, like what has been the biggest takeaway? I want to hear from like 3 people. So I'll start with Hamza. Sorry, I'll start with OZL because he's the most junior here, and then I'll have you guys popcorn it until there's 3 people. So only 3 people are able to talk. So OZL, start. What's been your biggest takeaway so far working with me? Like not just today, like just in general. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I'd say the biggest takeaway that I've learned is probably the heart posture. I know we talked about it on the last call, but honestly, it was like a game changer because when you're on these sales calls, you actually have to genuinely care, for the person on the other side. Um, Otherwise, you're just gonna come across as like transactional, and honestly, a byproduct too that comes with actually caring is you actually get more sales anyway, so it works out. But yeah, heart posture is the takeaway here.
for sure, bro.
Uh,
For sure.
yeah, I'll popcorn it to Momo.
Hmm. Question. Biggest, the biggest takeaway for me. Biggest takeaway. Yeah, kind of touching on what Ozil said. So you have to detach yourself from the sale, like really detach yourself from it, like not just saying it. And you really, really need to genuinely care more about the person that you're talking to than you care about the money or closing or selling, because it's just a sale at the end of the day. But that person you're speaking to, that's somebody's life. So put yourself in their shoes. Our posture, mind, body, and soul needs to align. That's my biggest thing I've learned.
For sure. Appreciate it, bro. Popcorn is
BB,
for one person.
BB.
Yeah. So I go with this big one. Like, do you mean actually the takeaway from today or like in general, overall,
In
ever
general.
since?
In
Yeah.
general.
Okay. The biggest one. So it's basically becoming the person that you want your prospects to be. And to elaborate more on that is based like congruency, like being aligned with, no, I'm gonna change it. Showing up in your daily life the way that you can, like that you want your prospects and expect your prospects to be making decisions the way you want them to make, and yeah, just being a leader for them and for your loved ones in general. um and yeah, just like seeing so many more layers and deeper aspects of a closer, because a lot of people just say, yeah, I'm a closer, but it's actually something way deeper that Daniel has been teaching us. And yeah, it's been a huge learning curve. So that's my biggest one.
Makes a grown man cry. Okay. I love you, bro. Appreciate it. So listen, I need a favor from you guys. Actually, Thomas, what what's the item ticket for this offer that you're wanting to review the call for?
The item ticket offer is 7,800. It's for 6-month coaching for commercial real estate mentorship.
Okay, so I'm gonna do like a video. I'm gonna record like, hey guys, I'm gonna be reviewing this call, and then I'm gonna change the tab, and then you guys are gonna be like, get on this live. Like you guys are just all gonna like go barbaric. I'm gonna record like 3 seconds. So like the second that I go like this, like just start going crazy. Okay?
Sure.
All right, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm on the right account. And then we'll dive right in. No more wasting time. All right. So we're gonna be reviewing a $7,800 call. One call closed. We're gonna review why it didn't close, explain exactly what went wrong, because these guys will tell you why.
You guys better tune in for this one.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss this
Tune
one.
in.
You gotta tap in, guys.
Get
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
But it did
Appreciate
close.
it, guys. It did close?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, oh well. Share sound. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Just thumbs up if you guys can hear it.
I can't see
I can
anything.
hear you, but I can't see you.
Hold on. I think my computer is, I don't know what it's doing.
Do you
Looks like
possibly
it's
have
starting the
something
video.
maybe covering your camera? Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry.
There's a like a cross across your camera for some reason.
Yeah, I don't, well, that's weird.
Huh. Okay.
I
Well,
don't,
I mean,
I don't know why
maybe
that is.
you have you given permission to Zoom to use your camera?
Okay, so we're just gonna skip this part. All right. Did she turn on her camera? You're muted.
No, she didn't turn on her camera.
Damn it. Okay, let me see why.
Let's see
Weird.
here.
You
Stop
okay.
video. Profile.
Like genuinely, she couldn't turn it on.
Genuinely, she couldn't. She was trying for like 5 minutes. So I was like, you know what?
Okay.
Let's just go with it. You try.
Yeah. So at that point, you just gotta move on. Happened to me as well. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah. Keep your camera on. Whatever. So
I guess whoever it was I was talking to within the chat.
wait. You're okay if this call is being live streamed and recorded.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I know about the company. I know about the company. I think I signed on. I signed on a little bit ago, and then I recently found out that I guess the company is connected to a company that I had previously did a I guess at least a webinar with, which is Peter.
Okay. Yes, Peter.
Yeah, so I found out that there was connection there. So, I just called, I guess I just set up the appointment to kind of see what what the talk is about and what's being offered and all of that.
Sure. Interesting. So you took Peter's old webinar, and do you remember how long ago that was?
2 years ago, maybe.
2 years ago. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
2 years ago. Interesting. So it sounds like you've been
Mhm.
kind of looking into real estate investing, for a while now, 2 years.
Way
Regarding that,
longer than that.
longer than that.
Way,
How long
I
have
said
you
way
been
longer
looking?
way longer. Way longer. I've often did many things through in the real estate arena, probably within the last decade. So
Oh, wow.
so way longer than that. It's just commercial has been something that I've wanted to deep dive into, but I would get to a certain point and just kind of either get lost or like with Peter's original program when I did that, I remember he had some think he had like some calculator, some specific thing that he had created or whatever, that I remember liking. It's just that not having the not having the kind of the hand holding. I'm not a person that necessarily needs a lot of hand holding, but just having like direction. And I tend to kind of do, everything myself, right? I find the information myself, kind of do as much as I can all the way up to a certain point. And then like if I didn't have the finances.
Sorry. So this is a good lead because like one thing I want to share with you guys here is that like people like this, they're receptive, right? They're resourceful, they're on the call. But the language that she has is like, I'm a DIYer, I've been hustling and bustling. This isn't someone who has like actively tried to like yell out, hey, like throw the buoy over there, I'm drowning. She's been trying to swim back, which is a phenomenal lead. Like this is a great like, you know, place to be as a lead. So, it's very important to have that understanding that like, hey, you know what? This is a good lead, but we have to be leaders and empathetic with this person to understand why she actively chose to not scream, I'm drowning. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So as I'm listening to this call, just listen to the words that's coming out of her mouth. Okay.
Says I will then go further to kind of do, you know, kind of do what it is that I needed to do myself if not having the finances. Does that make sense? Um,
Yep. Yep. No, definitely. I hear you. Interesting. So that
Also, I told you this before, saying interesting, interesting. Got it, right? Just say I hear you, or be like, okay, next question. Because when you say interesting, it's like there's something malicious happening. Like you're like questioning her. Like, interesting. I don't believe you, right?
mm,
Okay.
okay. I'm assuming that was 2 years ago that you took that course then, seeing as you were on that webinar
mhm.
then, right?
You said
And
again, I'm
within
sorry.
that time frame, like no, no, I was just clarifying that that course that you took with Peter, that was probably around 2 years ago, the same time as the webinar.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. And within that, like since then, have you done any sort of commercial deal so far, or how's that been going?
I haven't. Life is just life. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean when someone says like they haven't done something because life is just lifed? Does anyone want to take a guess?
Not taking ownership.
There you go. Right. They're people that let lets life happen to them versus for them. Because what stopped them from finding the time and money to get to the doctor's appointment? If their daughter was bleeding out, would they make the excuse of life lifing, stopping her from getting to the hospital? Why not? Why not?
Because they care about her that much.
Exactly. So we need to, again, this person does care about these things. It's not that they don't care because they're on the call, right? It's just that they're not putting their care and priorities into the right things. They should be prioritizing their time better because if they truly care about it, they would, but they don't know. So how do they know? Right? So you just got to be patient, right? Oh shit, it's not playing.
Yeah.
Like, and so when you don't really have a straight path and you also are a person that's interested in a number of things, if it's something that kind of is taking a long period of time to get there, like I have other things going on. I have a son that's on the spectrum. Life is more, what I got going on is kind of, uh, more permanent and pertinent, in that moment than
Hmm.
doing all the deep diving and stuff that I, needed to do.
How do you mean? Like, let's genuinely understand why she said that. Like, again, yes, it's one thing to like challenge and like reframe and do an inception, but like, let's actually take the time to understand why she is. Because again, it's all about heart posture, and you have to understand why she is. Why does she feel like that there are more pertinent, I don't even know what that means. There's more important things than it is to take care of the finances. Why? What makes her feel that way? So let's see if you did that.
By myself,
Right. Right. Okay. Interesting. So I'm curious then, like if life was a little crazy back then, like
Mhm.
what's kind of caused you to reach out again and kind of like, potentially get started with this again?
A better question would have been, how long have we been putting this off for? Or how long have we not been getting the help that we need? Because that's the true impact. That's the true pain. That's the true probe. Nothing else matters. Like nothing else that you say will be more important than understanding why she is, because the identity is always far more important than like how long she realized that she needs help, or like, when did she realize that like what your guy said made her like that stuff doesn't matter. Like that's not going to move the needle forward when it comes to identity. That's just gonna be like, asking someone like, okay, like you're fat, right? Okay. When did you realize that your doctor said that you're gonna die if you don't like change? Oh, last week. Okay. Like it doesn't really make it doesn't really it we're not really attacking the heart, right? We're just attacking like externals, right? Because this is someone who's been pushing, delaying, avoiding. We need to get really close to her heart and make her be like, honey, listen. Obviously, don't say honey, but you just have to be like, listen, like, I hear you, I get it, and I actually want to honor what you're saying. I can tell this is very important to you. So I just want to take a time out and just honor that. But like, can I share a perspective with you just because I really care about you? Listen, what happens if we continue to go down this path where we think that there are more pressing things than it is to get our real estate in order? Because what happens if we don't? How long have we been prioritizing other things outside of this? So is it really a matter of lifing, or is that we just haven't been maybe not caring enough, but we just haven't really been realizing that the only reason why we're here right now is not because of work. It's not because of your husband's schedule. It's not because of kids, right? It's like a mom who just gave birth saying, I'm fat because of my kids. Is that really true? I mean, yeah, sure, she probably got a little bit overweight when she was pregnant, but does that mean like causation is or correlation is causation? Like, does that mean like she's always gonna be fat? No, she can eat better. She can go to the gym. So my question to you is this, like, are we pushing things off externally and blaming those things, or are we actually owning that the reason why we're here is ourselves? And
Mm.
just go straight into identity. Like nothing else matters. Like, dude, you can literally go straight into identity and then go be like, and then she'd be like, yeah, you're right. And then you'll be like, is that what you deserve? Why not? Is that what your kids deserve? Why not? And then you can go, what do you deserve? And
Hmm.
you can go into goals. Like, why even bother bearing the responsibility of owning this and getting better with your real estate? Like, what's the reason behind this? Like, why are you bearing all this weight?
Mm.
And you're really touching the heart. Like, your heart should be touching her heart. And she should feel the love and care. Because if she doesn't, like, it's just no go, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
100%.
you just got to move away from like the logistical talk to like, let's figure out why this person is. Listen to this. Let's figure out why this person is and why this person has not. If you can understand that, money, like you're literally in pocket, like that's all that matters,
Hmm.
really. So,
Somebody reached out to me through my messaging, and with that, I just kind of answered their question. Also realized that this is a year that I want to really kind of focus in on more legacy building, and I know that getting
Mm.
started, because I know that that was always my state of mind, you know what I'm saying? But then when
Yeah.
life happens and things get to you, you kind of get called in other directions. So this is kind of the year I just wanted to.
got it. So I hear you, right? I hear you. I mean, yeah, when life happens, things get to you and you get called in different directions. I mean, do you believe that? Or why do you believe that? Actually, I'm curious. Like you're genuinely trying to understand what they mean. You're not trying to invalidate them. You're just trying to understand them. Because if you ask a drug addict, are you homeless because you're a bum? Dude, this person could have been like terrible childhood or like drugs in the family or death in the family or they couldn't afford a surgery, so they had no choice but to go in to get Percocets, right? Or they thought that they had no choice. Sorry. Not there's not that they never have a choice. They always have a choice. You can always find the money. You can always get into debt. You can always find the time. But you're really just making them reflect as to why they are. Because, dude, the reason why they're here is because they actually don't understand it themselves. Right? Like, why do people go into therapy? It's because they don't understand themselves and they need someone to just oftentimes be their soundboard. But it's not like they don't know what they need to do. Like a fat person knows that they need to lose weight. A homeless person knows that they need to get home because they have a higher chance of getting robbed. But why do they live in their consequence of an action? Because they don't reflect, they don't understand themselves. So let's make them understand themselves. Because again, it's like if you go on life, no iPhone, no phone, no nothing, and there's no mirror, there's no way to actually look at yourself. You can't even, there's no reflection of everything. It's just we live in a world where there's no reflection. How will you know that there is like food in your teeth or like there's blood on your face? The person hasn't actually put the mirror up and like looked at themselves and be like, am I actually doing everything in my power today to make sure that when my head hits the pillow tonight, I've done everything in my power to make sure that I'm getting to where I want to go in life? In fact, there are people that do live in a world where there is mirrors and they choose to not look at themselves because they can't. I've been that way. There were times where I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I was like, dude, you're a piece of shit. Like you don't deserve to live. Like, who are you? Like I would literally shower and get out of there. I did not want to see myself. Right? There's times like that. So we really just have to get to identity as fast as we can because that's how we're going to close them. That's how we're going to help them.
That I have, money, property, things, that can be pulled from, right, within that time frame.
Right.
Also, because he is on the spectrum, life will probably be, in certain areas difficult for him, and just wanting to have that.
Who is on the spectrum?
Her
My
son.
son. Got it. And I really appreciate you for sharing that. Again, you didn't have to do that. Now, if I were to ask, what do you feel like we need to, or have there been people out there that have dealt with people that have had sons or daughters or family members that have had autism or Down syndrome or like cancer, Parkinson's, like just diseases or just like developmental disorders? Just yet they were still able to do what they wanted to do. How come? Why do you think so? Like, then you let them try to answer because you want to know them. You want to understand how they think. How you can't fix what you can't see. So you need to see them first, right? Okay, so great. There has been, and you think it's because they took more action, or it's because they had more money, or it's because, like, dude, I literally asked a lady 2 days ago. I was on a sales call. How do you think millionaires or billionaires are created? And she was like, oh, yeah, I mean, they're usually created by the lottery, or they had family members that were rich, or they got lucky. Now, I didn't like I wasn't shocked because I was genuinely curious to see how she thought. Because if I don't know how she thinks, how can I ever offer her a different opinion if I don't even know her opinion? Right. So when you ask that lady, like, okay, like, how do you think people with kids with Down syndrome or autism or whatever, like, how do you think that they're still able to do what they want to do? And if you, and what's cool is that like my founder, like my influencer, his daughter actually has like some just like some syndrome, not Down syndrome, just like Dravet syndrome. It's like it's a really bad disease, right? Whatever. They're all bad. But it's like, how do you think Brennan did this? Or how do you think like X, Y, and Z celebrity or X, Y, and Z influencer did it despite having an autistic child? Because there are people like that. And you make her think, oh, because they probably had help or like they had family members help them or they had a lot of money. Okay, how do you feel like self-made millionaires who had children or family members that were on the spectrum? What do you think was the difference between you and them? And they're gonna say something. Yeah, but yeah, that's half of it. I mean, or if it's completely wrong, don't even say it's half of it. Just be like, yeah, okay. Can I tell you what I know? Because personally, I also know people that have done that. I mean, me personally, I've had a relative who had brain cancer. I've had family members that also had very close sisters or brothers that had autism. Like, can I share what I know? And they're doing great things. It's not that they were getting helped or supported, or like they just had money and they had everything solved for them. It's just that they had the same limitations that you did, if not more. And instead of, you know, labeling themselves or like or succumbing to that identity of like I have an autistic child, which means I can't do something, they instead realize that I have an autistic child and I need to do something. Because what do you have to put behind you to make sure that you are moving forward? If you do not come home from work and your kid is alone, will he probably die from starvation? Maybe. So there's always going to be two types of people, right? First person is someone who will allow these external factors to play a role as to why they haven't done something, or blame children, or blame life, or blame their job, or blame their spouse for not getting the results that they want. Or there's another person who has the same limitations, but they gain the courage to storm through them and get as resourceful as they can and move heaven and earth to make their life easier. Who do you feel like usually wins, or who do you feel like usually gets further in life? Person one or person two? Person two. Why? They'll say two. Why? Why do you feel that way? So moving forward, what sort of person do we have to be to make sure that we can be the type of mother that your son deserves, and also make sure you're able to retire and have all these X, Y, and Z goals? Person number two. Go ahead. Right? That's how you take someone from where they are now to who they need to be, right? It's not just by shoving an analogy down their throat or like telling them they're wrong. You have to understand them, acknowledge them, give context, maybe educate them a little bit in between, and then make them choose who they want to be. Ask them why, and then ask them what decisions they have to make moving forward or who they need to be in this moment. And that's the exact same way you handle objections, guys. There's no autistic son objection. I just use the same reframe or the same way of thinking that I would use for any objection or any pre-handling objection. I understood her, acknowledged her, contextualized, made her choose, asked her why, and then made her tell me who she wants to be or who she needs to be. That's how you have identity-based selling, right? It's not by understanding their goal and then the consequence and then asking them like how committed they are to changing, because those are just words, right? Again, you can be fat and overweight and one day have a heart attack And then the doctor looks in you in the eyes and like, listen, you're gonna die in 2 years if we don't make a change. But why do those people still stay where they are? It could be because of fear. It could be because they don't believe in themselves. It could be because they want to cope. It could be because they love money. It could be because they love comfort so much and love food so much. Why do they do those things? We don't know. We have to figure out why. What's behind their food addiction? What's behind them not wanting to change? Is it fear? What does fear look like? Explain to me what fear is. What's your definition of fear? And we've already done that whole thing. Thomas, I would invite you to watch that video that we did of I think it was like a $15,000 a month objection handling masterclass. I think it was that one, but just to give you like a high level rundown for the ones that are watching live right now as well. It's like, again, if someone defines fear, same thing. Acknowledge, give an analogy or contextualize, make them choose, ask them why, and then make them actually solidify who they want to become or who they need to be or what decisions they have to make. Now, obviously, like you don't have to make it that robotic, but for fear, it's like, okay, they explain fear. What does failure look like? Okay. The very simple analogy is like a car analogy. Gotcha. So like, did you get your driver's license? Yes. Were you scared when you were going to do your test? Did you pass the first time? I didn't. Did you let that fear stop you from getting into the car before you took the test? What happens if you didn't get your driver's license? That would mean what? Explain to me. Like actually contextualize it. Make them tell you what that life looks like. Okay. Do you know people that have died in car accidents? Then why do you get in the car every day? So if we're able to put our lives at risk every single day with a vehicle that we know we have a very, like we're talking like 30% chance of death every day, we're gambling every day. Why don't you take the same chance with your finances or with your son or with your life? Why not? And then you make them choose who they want to be, two-person analogy. Why? What decisions you have to make, right? Because again, you have to understand, guys. I always say this to people. You might have heard it on my calls before. I said it today because I did a live. I was actually on the phone with someone live, and I was closing them live. You guys all saw it. Like the biggest reason why people don't succeed, it's not because they have ambitious goals, or sorry, they don't have ambitious goals, or their goals aren't big enough, or they're not motivated, or they're not whatever. It's just that they haven't considered success without failure. Like they haven't reflected enough to know what is behind them. Because if they understand truly what's behind them, it doesn't matter if their life that they've always wanted is across a 5-mile hallway full of broken glass. If they have something scary enough behind them, it's going to make them cut their feet and probably bleed out to get to their goal because they have no choice. But because the drug addict didn't reflect soon enough, because there's always things that people do. It's not just drug addicts, it's people, it's normal, like whatever. They didn't reflect in the moment. And they didn't also look back and be like, this could happen if I do this. Or maybe they did reflect, but they didn't reflect hard enough. Right? So you have to make them reflect. You have to make them contextualize and visually tell you what it looks like. Like if you're asking someone, what happens if we never get in the car with their finances or with their real estate? What happens? And they're going to be like, yeah, it's not going to be good. Don't just take that for an answer. Yeah. Like what makes it not good? Like what would life actually look like? I need you to be very clear with me. Because if you can't be clear with me, then I can't be clear with you and how we're going to help you. Again, they have to visualize where they are now. They have to visualize where they want to be. But what's missing here is that they've never visualized what life would look like if they don't get over whatever not BS, whatever limiting belief or whatever invisible glacier is in front of them that's stopping them from swimming to the boat. And honestly, that's just because they haven't like, turned around and been like, oh fuck. Like they've never actually turned around. Maybe they thought about turning around, but they've never done it. Because if they turn around, they would see like a burning building and like they would want to sprint. But because they've never sprinted, sorry, because they've never looked back, because they've never moved, maybe they've moved a little bit. It's way harder for someone to look back and then move 10 years later than it is for someone to look back day one and move. You know why? Just like when we go to the gym, the weight of life is like adding a weight on the squat rack. 10 years pass by, there's now 600 pounds on the squat rack. They could look back and try to squat that thing, they're going to break their legs and die. Which is why it's so hard for someone to make a decision or move after they've delayed it for so long. So you have to make them look back and be like, this is what life looks like. But what does life look like now? Because we've never moved. And what happens if we never start training or conditioning our legs to pick up that weight and start moving? By the time that you're 90, by the time that you're 65, when you're too old to work, when your bones are too frail and you need to take care of your son because he needs you, because he's going through life and he's navigating through adulthood and challenges, when he really needs you and there's no one around to help you because your parents are dead, right? Your friends are probably dead as well because they're old or they have their own families. When you need to pick up that squat rack and really move things, your frail bones are going to snap and you're not going to have a chance to get back up because it's going to be too late. Right? And you can literally use those word tracks as a reframe. Right? So I'm going to stop talking, but do you guys feel the conviction that I have towards people and like where they are and how they are?
100%.
Why, Thomas? Because these guys know, right? Because they've been speaking with me like for the last 72 hours. Why do I like why do I know these things? Like why am I able to talk about these things so passionately?
Because you genuinely care about helping them.
Okay, well, what's behind that?
Well, I guess what's behind that is like you can kind of see it for what it is. Like you're not that person, so you can't buy any excuses that they're giving you. You can see the potential in them. You could also see what's stopping them from reaching that potential. So you caring about them, not buying any of those excuses is actually doing them a service, getting them out of their heads.
So just like I would tell you to tell a prospect to really picture or really granularize what they're saying, I want you to go a level further with me and try to tell me why I'm like that. Like go a level further. Like why am I like that? Why do I care so much? It's not because I'm a good sales rep. What is it?
Because you've been there before?
Okay, sure, but that's still a symptom. That's
Mm.
still a consequence of the thing. Like good
Heart in
consequence.
the right place.
Heart posture, right? Like your heart posture has to be where it needs to be. Because the biggest problems as humans is that we have an 18-inch problem, or sorry, 18-inch problem, where we end up using this all the time versus this.
Mm.
And it shows, and our questions become transactional. And that's why you say interesting, because you're trying to think about the next thing. You're trying to get an edge on this person. You just have to drop. You just have to like literally, bro, like when like obviously, yes, detach from the sale, it's one thing. Fine, great. Everyone says that. But how to do that, like how to demonstrate how to like detach yourself, it's just you have to drop your grip on life. Shit, man, I gotta make rent this month. Shit, like my boss and my sales manager are wondering where my end of days are. You have to surrender your control on life and understand that God's got you, and that if someone's in front of you for the right reason, they're going to close because you're the type of person to close them. but that only happens when your heart's in the right place. Like when you seriously surrender everything and you're just like, all right, like this person's here. I'm not expecting to make any money on this call because like I don't need to, because God's got me. Because if I can't provide for this week's quota, I know God, like he has in the past, he will provide for my rent for this month. So I'm gonna show up for this person. If my like if my shoulder socket, if my arm flies out of my shoulder socket while I'm trying to get them out of the water, pull them up on the boat, if they take my arm with me, they can have it. Like that was not my arm. Right? So I'm gonna show up for them in every way that I can because I do not care if they do not want to get on the boat. I am going to get them on the boat, and no matter what I like, they literally have to drown themselves. I will not let a human being kill himself. I'm not that guy. Right? So that's how you have to think, right? And it's crazy, guys, because look, I've only reviewed 8 minutes of this 1 hour call, 2 hour call, which yes, it did close, but not every person's going to show up to your call as receptive as her, as open, as self-aware, as problem aware, as solution aware as her. Because trust me, when you have a solution aware prospect, closing is easy. You can close them in your sleep. Like even if you're a shit closer, you can still close someone who's a solution aware and all they're doing is just figuring out how much it costs and giving you their card. Because they're there to make a decision. But that's very rare. Right? So, is that helpful, Thomas?
Yeah, no, it's definitely helpful. I think the biggest thing is like kind of getting into those layers early. Because I did get into it later in the call, but I think I would have cut this whole call in half if I just took your advice and just like really went at it immediately.
The biggest thing, yeah, sure, going at it earlier, but the biggest thing is hard posture.
Right.
Surrendering, hard posture. Like if your heart's in a good place, like even if you downsell someone onto something and you didn't make that option available and you just like, okay, like let me help you out. They will genuinely believe you. Daniel, I can tell that you're doing this because you're a good man. I've had people literally cry on calls because they literally thought that I was like bending over for them and serving them and like going above and beyond. Like there was a lady that paid me, she was gonna pay 10 grand, but she spoke to us before the new year, so I had to honor the discount. And like, I made that very clear. I didn't hide the price. See you, Ozio. See you tomorrow. I didn't hide the price, and I told her, and literally in discovery, she started crying.
Damn.
She was like, "Thank you so much. Like God is real." You have to prove that God is real, and if you're not doing that, it's because again, it's not your fault. It's just that we're taught, especially in our industry, to like be in control, be a leader, right? But you have to be a shepherd. You have to have your heart in the right place, right? That's the next level of closing. I've taught you reframes. I've taught you how to be a leader. I've taught you how to communicate, right? Sure. I mean, we're human, so sometimes you're going to forget certain things like interesting and whatever. Again, that's fine. But the next level for you, Thomas, as a closer is like you actually need to like forget that you're a closer and just remember that like you're God's child and that you're speaking to their child, his child as well.
Damn.
Because like literally the people that you're speaking to were made by the same person. They're literally our brother and sister. And we actually give a fuck about them. Like one thing is actually me saying this to you, just like the doctor saying you need to lose weight and the person not doing it. But the way that you get like this caring and this heart posture, bro, Honestly, a lot of time, because the devil will try to like not make you do that. Like the devil does not want your heart to be in the right place. He wants you to make so much money. He wants you to be a great closer. He wants you to be in Miami, freaking crushing, slinging deals every day, making 20K a day. He does not want your heart to be in the right place. So there's going to be times in your life, bro, at home, at work, on the way home. There are going to be things that are going to remind you to go back into the devil's world, because we're all slaves to sin. Sorry, we're like, you can be a slave to sin, and a slave has no home. The slave can't leave or come back. But thankfully, we are sons of God, not the son. We are sons of God, which means we can always come back home and release that chain. But it's very hard to release that chain.
Mm-hmm.
And when you release that chain, that's when you start having the right heart posture. So it starts here, bro. Right? It starts with this. And it starts with prayer. It starts with working out. Right? So it's like you have to be in the right place mentally, physically, spiritually. Heart posture will just follow if you do that. Just like how I go above and beyond for all of these guys. Right?
Yeah.
So does that make sense, guys? Momo had to put on layers. It's cold.
Too much heat. But yeah, just to put it in perspective, basically all that's in my head from everything you're saying, yeah. It's an Arabic word, it's called taqwa, yeah. Taqwa means God consciousness. You need to be conscious of God 24/7. And when you embody that, and you have that mindset that God is watching, God is hearing, God is everywhere. He knows what I'm doing. He knows what my intentions are. Because that's the real thing. What is your intention before you hop on the call? Set it right. Right. What am I going to do? Am I trying to close? Am I going to make money? Or am I actually here to serve and provide value for this person and change somebody's life? Because once that sale is done, you probably won't see that person. I don't know how it works. Yeah. Are you going to be seeing them or not? But like, imagine helping somebody and then you never know what that's going to lead to. You help one person, then that person that you help might help another person, and it's just like a domino effect. You got to take that domino. The first domino is intention. Your niyyah, Arabic word. Your
Exactly.
niyyah. Taqwa, niyyah. So intention, God consciousness, mind, body, and soul. This is just what I'm feeling, and since this call started, it's all in lining with
Yeah,
that
for sure.
intention, God consciousness.
For sure, bro. I appreciate that, dude. Thomas, do you have to jump?
No, I don't have to jump.
Okay. I just wanted to say though, like shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, it's okay. But basically, yeah, dude, like how long have you been following me for? Like how long have you known of me?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe like 6 months.
Okay. If you asked me 6 months ago that I would be saying these things, I would say you're a liar. So you guys need to understand that this is a very long-term play. And actually, I'm condensing your time because I've learned these things 3 years into the game. And you're learning these things, what? Hamza's Momo's like what week one? Guys, I'm telling you, there are so many lost souls in this industry and so many closers and so many offer owners that just care about money. Money is their God. It was my God, actually. Sometimes it still is, right? But there's hope, and it's just like, hey, we're here because, well, first, we want to make more money and we want to obviously provide for our family better. But God will make us fruitful and He'll help us only once we understand that, like, okay, if we fully surrender ourselves and we learn and we're dedicated to our craft, then everything else will follow. Right? So yeah, like I said, it took me years to learn this. Tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars lost or spent to learn this. And with time, you guys will know exactly what it goes on in my head. One day I'm confident. I see Hamza running these fucking lessons. Like easily. It's not a problem, but it's with time. Right? So patience, God likes slow, devil likes FOMO, also loves money and loves flashiness and loves things of this world. We're not on these, well, yes, we originally came into this industry because we want to make money because what we're doing isn't making us money. But we're also conscious of that because if we're working a job that we don't like, or if you're on an offer that helps people make money, you're helping people because they're God's pursuing them so much that they're realizing that money isn't everything and that they want to find ways to make more of it so that they're not trading their time anymore. Now, there are just some people that just want to make more money for the fun of it, or just make money because they love money. Even if they trade all their time for it, that's fine. But still, it's all about impact. And again, we're not here because we're trying to close people. We're here because we're trying to change people, and we're here to plant seeds. And again, like you guys saw on my call today, I'm gonna post it today. Like Thomas, you should definitely watch it. It's really good.
Okay.
But yeah, like you don't have to always bring up faith on your calls. But something in my head, there was nothing in the conversation that would give me any context clues to bring up God. But something in my head asked me to ask him what's his relationship with God. And I did that. And he said, yes, he's a Christian. And I said, when was the last time you went to church? 10 years. Well, clearly you're overweight. Clearly you feel like you're a victim. Clearly you feel like you don't deserve to help your family and not be in debt. Of course you feel like it's all your fault. The first thing that said that the very first thing in bold, underlined on the note file that he had when he booked the call was everything is my fault and all the decisions I've made led me to where I am here. That's not from God. That's why I asked him. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, we can keep on going. I have no other things to do today except just like make sure that the previous call recording is good to go. But I want to hear you guys now. Like starting with Thomas because this was his call review. I want to make sure that he understands it and believes it, right? Because again, the only way that you can have someone shift their identity is by asking them questions and then making them choose who they want to be and why they need to be that person, right? So yeah. So I guess yeah, Thomas, like what do you have any other questions for me?
No, man, I appreciate this a lot. Yeah, it's like a hard truth to hear, but it's a truth that I needed to hear. And one of the themes that I've had ever since working with you is like in order to grow, like it's so cliche, but in order to grow, you have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. And dude, there's so many times where like you're viewing my call or like I'm hearing myself talk and I just want to run. I want to get off the call. I'm like, oh, dude, this is so embarrassing. But after, like, when I kind of sit with it and I'm like, wow, like, Daniel was right. Like, I do say interesting because I'm thinking of the next thing to say and I'm not necessarily present as I should be. And I don't look at this person like this is God's child as well when I should be. And yeah, dude, these are very hard truths that I have to sit with, but I appreciate you saying them, man.
Listen, you know how I know that like what I'm saying is like I don't want to say like I'm right because like I don't want to be ignorant, but like do you want to know how I know that what we're talking about is impactful?
Yeah.
Read the comments on this live.
Huh.
Who is this guy?
He's a bot for sure.
Probably, but the thing is, the reason why I'm saying, you know how I know it's real is because again, there's real impact and real change happening on these calls. And it's like we're taking away things of this world, and the devil does not like that.
100%.
Like I taunted the devil the other day, and I also brought my friend over, and we were talking about God and the story of Jesus, and like you know why it's important because he was Catholic and he didn't know these things. Like he didn't know who Jesus was, right?
Wow.
Um, and bro, that day, that night, nightmares, and like my wife too. And then we woke up arguing that next day for some reason,
Yeah.
and we were like, we were not like this before. Like, what changed, right? So yeah, like the devil is real. So is God though. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I still want to talk. It's just that like I'm gonna shit my pants if I don't like go to the washroom right now. I've been on calls all day, and like these guys know I've been sitting down all day.
Damn.
So yeah, just here, what I'll do is this. That way the actually no, I'm not gonna I was gonna join the Zoom and talk from the toilet, but you guys talk. Someone take over. That way the live can still
Thomas, I got a question for you, bro.
Of course. What's up, Mo?
Good, bro. I know you got the role there the other day, like so. We just want to. We're all excited for you, man. How has it been going for you?
I
Like, how
haven't
you
start
scared? Like,
I haven't started it yet.
okay, okay. What about this call?
This is for the previous offer that I've been working.
Okay, okay, cool, 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 cool. So when you start a new one?
Should be the end of this week. Like I'm antsy, man. I texted the guy, I was like, what's the next steps going forward? Like,
Yeah,
what are we gonna do now? But he told
man,
me,
we're all happy for you, bro.
thanks,
We're
bro. He
happy
told me
for you,
earlier
man.
it's gonna be either like later this week I'll send the contract and then I'll get started with onboarding. So I'm excited, man.
And where are you from, man?
From Canada, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Canada, Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
What part?
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Winnipeg, Manitoba, yeah.
Winnipeg, what?
Win
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Winnipeg?
Mo,
Bro,
never mind
Winnipeg.
that, bro.
Winnipeg, bro.
Winnipeg, yeah. It's like right by kind of Toronto,
Okay,
Ontario,
sweet,
Alberta.
sweet, nice, nice. So
It's cold,
when
man. It's minus 40 here right now.
what?
hmm
Minus 40,
Minus 40 right now, yeah.
like 40.
Yeah, yeah,
How are you
40.
guys living there? What the hell?
Dude,
Is this
it's
the
like
Antarctic or something?
there's no one walking in the street right now. Everyone's in the car or at home.
Wow.
Like, genuinely put it in perspective, right? If you walk down with no jacket, like with a jacket, like a normal jacket, like how does it feel? Like genuinely
Freezing. Freezing, man. I don't even want to be outside. Like it's so uncomfortable.
crazy. Yeah,
Brother, in Ireland, if it's minus 4 or 5,
it
the
would
place
be.
lay on lockdown.
Oh,
Nobody's
you're
going
from Ireland?
nowhere. Yeah, yeah, I'm in Ireland, yeah.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
it's cold, rain, and miserable.
It
Irish weather.
sounds like Vancouver.
Yeah, Irish weather, man. But
I
it's
want to
all right,
ask
you know.
Thomas something actually. Um, if you don't mind, actually.
No, I don't mind at all.
What was I gonna ask? Yeah, in regards to the interview process, like, do you have any idea what you did that made you kind of stand out and be the one that was picked for uh, the role or the position?
Well, one of the things with real estate offers is that I also invest in real estate. So I have kind of like that little bit of being on that side of the investor. So maybe that kind of gave me a little bit of an edge.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Besides that, like showing that I've invested in myself previously, showing that I actively just invested with myself with Daniel, that I'm constantly trying to get better. I think that's a really good sign that they've seen and they're like, okay, this guy's trying to be really good.
Oh, you only sent the Loom video saying these things. Like, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I sent a Loom video explaining all that.
How long was it? Just curious.
Just under 2 minutes.
Oh, really? Nice. And then from
Mhm.
there, it was just an interview with them, and then they got it.
Exactly.
Nice, nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man.
What was it again? Well, sorry, you mentioned it earlier. It was something to do with social media for
Yeah,
realtors.
so there was two offers. One of them was Nucci Real Estate, which is like cold calling for realtors, and the other one was social media for realtors. And that's the one that I'm getting an offer for or joining.
Nice, 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 nice. Do you have any idea about the like? Do you have any info about the offer itself, like the price ticket and?
I don't know too much about the price ticket. He told me that the comps were 3K base and a 10% commission. Um, I
No,
don't, I don't,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I'm not sure like what the investment price tags are yet, but I would assume probably like around 5, 10K.
Okay, yeah, yeah, sure. That's good. That's good. That's
All
cool,
right, what's
actually.
the vibe?
No, I was just asking him questions about what did he do that made him kind of stand out, and he was the one that was picked for the offer,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he gave the sauce, the SAUCE.
Honestly, like it's not really that hard to get hired because if I make you guys a direct referral, like it's pretty done deal from there. It's just that, obviously you have to be good, you have to be skilled, and you have to have that heart posture because like, you know, there's so many closers in this space that are just so cocky and like they think that the world owes them something and they go in my DMs and like, bro, like listen, bro, I'm ready to close for you, bro. Like you're the only person I need. But like that's not Jesus, bro. Like they're not humble at all. Like you gotta be humble, right? And like when I got hired for Alex Eubank not so long ago, like yeah, the sales manager that hired me, like at the interview, was glazing me, and he was saying you're gonna do phenomenal, and I'm like, dude, I'm not that cool, bro. Or like, we'll see how it goes. Or like, I knew my worth. I was at a point in time where like I was kind of a little like I was getting better mentally, but like I just like I knew that like I shouldn't be like, yeah, man, I've trained Ty Lopez's sales team, and like I didn't say any of that stuff. Like I literally just was myself, and I showed up, and I showed him my calls, and I was like, what do you think? And I let my results and let my page and let my Instagram and let everything else speak for myself, right? Because if you have other people vouching for you and you have other people saying good things about you, then you never need to walk in a room and try to prove yourself, right? Which is why, like, again, I mean, I'm not going to stop going above and beyond for clients, but I'm going to go above and beyond for each and every single one of you guys, make sure that each of you guys get placed and stop at nothing to do that. Like, I'll move heaven and earth to make sure that happens so that you guys can, like, continue to talk about me until you die. Like when your grandchildren ask you, "Hey, how did you get rich?" You're gonna tell them the story of Daniel.
Daniel Salinas.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's the impact you gotta have. But that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of offers. I would say, guys, like because I told you guys like the juniors and I guess Hamza and Daniel because you guys are on offers right now. You guys let me know when you guys want to start looking for offers. And yeah, I just have to build a proper system that can properly orchestrate the second that I get a message that somebody's a sales rep and I can just get in front of you because it takes a lot of manual work to like, okay, copy this guy's name and then port a loom and it's just like it's a lot of manual stuff. So I need to find a way to create a system around that. Um, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys. So let me just check if my 7 p.m. is going to show up. But is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Like anything else you guys want me to go deep on? I feel like drawing. I want to draw some stuff because I also need a thumbnail for this video, so I need to draw some stuff. Give me one concept. Like this will be like a module. Wait, hold on. What's the biggest pressing module or video that you guys would love to see that you don't have that you want me to just do like a 5 minute, 2 minute explainer video of drawing? You guys vote right now.
Can I go first, guys?
Yeah.
This is what I've been struggling with. So, how to get them or how to identify the identity fast.
Okay. All right. Is that what we want to
Anybody
do,
else?
guys?
That's a good one.
Sounds solid.
Okay. How? Sorry, let me make sure that I'm in the Zoom room first.
And it actually ties to my question as well. I genuinely feel like it because I was gonna ask about that call we reviewed with Mohammed. There was this lady that you made this example with. Like you asked her, what does she think is the difference between self-made millionaires? You know, she had her husband was Camp. You know her. So you went on a very different route. Like with her, you didn't really probe time impact. You just went on. What is this? What?
We're,
Man.
we're in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
cool. So you basically didn't like go probe time impact, but bro, this is so funny, man. Can you
We're
put
in the
like
kitchen.
food? Can you put food in here as well?
We're
But no,
we're we're cooking.
yeah, bro, yeah, exactly. So just to to finish up my point, and maybe Mohammed can also help in, but we basically were reviewing it together and we identified like it wasn't really the usual drill. Like you didn't go probe more into her current situation and time impact, probe time consequence, but it was more so just going towards the logistical questions and you you didn't really dig in deeper. You just made the call more like this rather than going deep, you know, if you remember. And then Momo asked, how do you identify their identity? So maybe that's like a connection there. Like maybe you were looking for something different, or you found you want to go different ways with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really it. Like, but basically, if you feel like it's relevant to what Momo asked, then this is hella funny. All right. Um, yeah, maybe it's relevant, maybe
Okay,
not.
can I just say something? You have to ask the question directly. That was a
Yeah,
very
but
like
like, okay, so did you also, okay.
questions are not stories. I did not understand anything you said.
No, of course, because you were like setting up the background
Yeah,
and
but
things
that,
like
that, that
this.
that's also going to be you on your sales calls too. You know, people are not going to be listening.
Hmm, pairs. Okay, okay. That would be so cool if you could put the whiteboard though in the cinema. So do you know what Momo asked, Daniel?
Uh,
I asked, how do you identify their identity fast? Because the faster, Daniel said, the faster you find out their identity, the better.
Oh,
Or
okay,
else,
perfect. So, okay, exactly. How do you identify their identity fast? And when we were reviewing the call with Mohammed, we were already like 35 minutes in. And even though the first 15 minutes were like long because it was a lot of logistics, you still were not diving deeper into her current situation and doing the identity stuff with her and figuring out her identity, but like you just went on with more logistical questions. So
what's
why
the
did you
Can I
do
question,
bring
that?
in
bro?
the king
What's the
nugget?
question?
Why
Okay.
did you Yeah, it's contextualized, like it's the call itself. I can't really ask the question. It's like, why did you go that way with her? and not identify her identity fast?
Okay.
That's the question.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So, um, because of that, you're kicked out of the movie theater. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Okay. Well, let me add you back in because with his face doesn't even have his camera on. 1 second.
Why is
Hamza, Mohammed, Momo. There you go. Boom. All right.
nice.
So why is Momo like a circle?
Yeah. Don't know.
Weird. Okay. All right. So basically, the question is how to find identity. Trust me, I'm not going to write this slow the whole time. I'm just trying to make sure the title is properly. Fast. Fast. Boom. So, how to find the identity fast. That's a lightning bolt. Okay. So, how to find the identity fast. It's very simple, really, because we kind of already explained it on this call, but I'll just go a level further. Okay. So, how do we actually get there? All right. So, usually, whenever someone says something like in their speech, you want to basically identify like what are some things that they are saying that are probably limiting beliefs. What are things that they're saying that are contradictory? What are things that are saying that are keeping them stuck? Essentially, what are they saying that's essentially just keeping them in their consequence of inaction? Okay. We have to identify, a few things because obviously for us, we're not just going to get these things just by like guessing, right? We actually have to take the time to do it to understand. And a lot of the times it's going to be hard. Why? Because you're not going to get these things right away. That's why it's super important to like when you want to find the like identity, sorry, when you want to find the speech, because obviously like the speech only comes based off of how you frame the call, right? Like someone's going to open up to you and someone's going to tell you what you want to hear based off of how effective you are at first, framing. Second, listening. Third, probing. It's very simple, guys. Like, Momo, your question shouldn't be, how do I find identity fast? Your question is, how can I frame, listen, and probe? Because if you do these three things in order, or not even in order, if you just do these three things, right? Because you can frame at any time of the call, you can listen at any part of the call, you can probe at any time of the call. You're going to uncover speech because that's the words that are coming out of their mouth. Okay. And when you read between the lines, just like the call that we had with Thomas, the lady was saying, oh, like, yeah, my son, yeah, like life has kept me in the way. Oh, whatever. Which again, usually is like limiting beliefs, keeping people stuck as well. Contradictory is also like the same thing as well, where it's like, like I wanna I want to make money, but like, you know, I don't want to spend it. Oh, I want to get rich. But oh, no, 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 I can't put it on my credit card. Okay. What's next? When we identify these things based off of these three things, once we uncover the speech, what comes next? Anyone? It's right on the page.
Limiting beliefs. Bro.
What makes you say that? Why? How do you mean? What makes you, you know, um, fuck. What makes you think that? Not, I don't agree. Not, is this true? It's, what makes you think that? How do you mean? Do you believe that? So that does that make sense? That's all you're doing. Because you can't fix, like if you want to fix something, right? If you want to fix something, you need to make sure that you can also see it. Because if you can't see it, then you can fix it. But if you can't see it, then you can't fix it. You can't provide an opinion. What's there to provide an opinion on? If, sorry, hold on, let's just change sceneries. What's there to change? What's there to give an opinion on if there's no opinion to begin with? Right? So you need to understand why they are. That's why I say you need to understand why they are, sorry, who they are, and why they are, and why they are not. That should be like, I should trademark that. Why they are and why they are not. Because once you understand that, then you can start thinking of analogies. If you define what their fears are, if you define why they think that they can't succeed because their son has autism, why? I don't get it. Obviously, you're not going to say I don't get it, but your questions should emulate that you genuinely don't get it. You care and you want to know why. If you ask something, if you ask a question, psychologically, it makes you look like you care, right? Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. It's not like anything new or anything novel, right? Like literally, guys, it's are we taking the time to understand these people? That's literally it. So is that clear, Momo?
Yeah, like it's you need to have a level of awareness, is what you're trying to say as well. You need to be not like just self-aware. You need to be aware of where they're coming from, where they stand, where they want to go. Yeah, framing, listening, probing. I get it, man. Not 100%, obviously, you know?
Yeah.
But
Now here's the real
no,
question for all of you guys. What would you do if you walked into a room and you saw 6 people on a table like this? I'm just joking. You don't actually have to answer that. That was a joke. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, guys, like legit, it's not that complicated. Um, you just have to understand that like we're all human, and like I said, like if you're arguing with your wife, you're not just gonna argue with her because of the sake of arguing. Like you wanna understand why she's mad. Like if you walk home, if you get back to work, right, and your wife's not talking to you, there's no food, and the kitchen's a mess, and she's
your
not
pillow's
talking to
on
you,
the couch.
and she's mad at you, right? And she's looking at you and she's pouting at you. Are you gonna be like, yo, go make me dinner right now? What are you doing? No, you're gonna be like, honey, what's wrong? Did I say something? And she's probably gonna say, like, yeah, you didn't like say goodbye before leaving today.
What's behind? And then you say, how does that
So
make you feel?
exactly, you gotta probe. Like you actually have to probe. Like I'm telling you guys. Because if you don't, someone else will.
What do you mean by that?
It could be like a very, it could be like a, yeah, bro, like, you know what, bro, it's okay.
Don't even answer that question, man. Dang.
No, but like, let's talk about it, and let's actually be serious though. Like, someone else will probe, not your wife, obviously. Like, no, you don't want someone else to probe your wife. But like, I'm talking about like in a sales context, right? If you don't probe, someone else will, right? Like, because someone who cares more will. Someone who cares more about your wife will take your wife, right?
Hmm.
If you don't care about something, if you don't water a plant, it's just gonna wither away. If you don't provide sun to it, it's gonna die. So you need to be the light, the sun, the water, and the oxygen that people need because they don't have it. They're starved of it, and their brains are not on. So remember those things, class, right? So when you go home, don't tell your mom and dad that people are gonna probe your wife. Okay? So any questions? To raise your hand.
Just a quick one, just not even a question. So it's like kind of as well giving attention to detail, no?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Was that a question or a statement?
No, like yeah, statement. Is it like a, a question and a statement maybe?
What was
So
I didn't understand what you were saying.
just about the probing, like is it kind of like you want to be aware, self-aware as well, have a level of awareness and attention to detail?
Yeah, you just want to have good heart posture.
Yeah, it's
Just
all
like
goes back
how
to
just like how a doctor, I mean, doctors, I mean, it depends on the doctor, right? But if you're talking about like a pediatrician who like deals with kids, right? Yeah, okay, fuck. I thought I said gynecologist. I was like, okay, pediatrician, right? Only Thomas knows what that means. Okay, bro. You guys need to grow up. All right. Listen, pediatrician, they care about their patients. They care about everyone that comes in. They're not just going to discard the child in front of them that's bleeding from their leg. They're going to care. They're going to be like, "What happened? How did you do this? Where does it hurt? Tell me why." Because the reason why there's child doctors for a reason is because they are trained to open children emotionally up because sometimes children are scared of doctors. Why do you think there are children barbers? Because they're trained to do that. And if you don't know if you don't think that they exist, just look at Hamza's hair. I'm just joking. So, that's just what it is. But you know,
The real question in here is, when am I gonna start setting for you, bro?
ask Muhammad that.
Yo, Mo, pattern up, bro.
Hey, bro, soon come, soon come, soon come.
So when we
Hey,
starting?
bro. Give me, you know what? I'm gonna keep you on your toes. You'll see. Bro, this guy is like 12 years old.
All right.
I'm afraid of people.
Yo, this has to be like, this is
oh, we're
segregation,
doing COVID times again, social distancing or something.
bro. He's segregating us.
Um,
Nah, that's racist.
Oh, speak up in here, boys. What's happening with it? Like,
Yo, oh my God.
Imagine having like a class and like the seating arrangements like this. It's just like the one black
yo,
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Nah, I see how it is, guys.
Yeah.
Just
So
climb, bro. It's not that deep. Never mind.
Just climb. What? That's crazy.
yeah.
Oh,
So listen, we have to make sure that have to make sure that we are together. So yeah. Okay, Mohammed, you can uh you can come here. There. Okay. So we're one big family. One day we'll have this whole room full of people.
inshallah, bro. God winning.
So yeah, but we gotta yeah, so what I'm gonna do now, because like we're way over time now and like there's really no like nothing else really that we gotta do. What we're gonna do is I'm going to take everyone's attention and put on a short film. I'm gonna put you guys on and we're gonna review. I'm gonna review Mohammed's Instagram because this is part of the experience. If you guys want to get placed, you guys got to make sure you look good, right?
yeah, 100%,
So
100%.
let's see what's up here. All right, so
Wait, no, that doesn't count. Bro,
Is that
that
you,
does
bro?
not count. Wait, yo,
Is that you, bro?
bro. That's not me.
Oh,
I was only in the first picture. I have nothing to do with anything else. Yeah, I was only the first picture. And yeah, that picture.
you gotta keep it halal, my guy.
Yeah, I don't drink, bro. You see, people have I don't drink, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, so
He's
let me just give
cold
you
on
some
his stories,
feedback.
though. View his stories, view his stories. They're actually cold.
All right, let me give you some feedback, bro. So if we're going to post on our page, this is actually serious. Like this is not a joke,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We need to make sure that we're professional on all fronts, right? So I would highly recommend that, you remove like the stuff from your tags because you don't want, bro, why is my screen like tripping? You don't want people to like look at this like picture here and be like, why does he look like why
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I
but
get that.
yeah, like you know what I mean? Like you want to remain cordial, you know?
Wait, that picture too?
I'm trying to zoom in.
Like it's just me in a shirt with a bottle of water.
Okay.
It's
So there's Mohammed. I'm sorry, bro, but there's nothing about this photo that screams I'm an authority.
cool.
Okay. So we gotta change this picture. All right. Now let's look at your stories. Actually, let's look at your bio. First, remove this flag. I'm
Oh my
not,
God.
it's not like racist. It's just because like, you don't want to be in a position where people are judging you based off of where you're from,
Yeah.
right? Like you
Mhm.
want to seem like you're an American, right?
Yeah.
So, um, this is cool. I would just make it more like easy on the eye because this is just a blob, and the first thing I see is this country. So I'm like, okay, this is like a guy from like Africa. So
Cool.
like I don't really, I don't trust this guy, right?
Right.
Not because you're from Africa, just because like,
Yeah, I
I
get it.
you could have like an African accent or something.
How
So
about his username, actually?
yeah. So I would put like God is good, right? I mean, that's universal, right? Um, don't put like just put God is good. Don't You're not Christian, so you don't put the cross, right? Just put God is good. Even if you put like again, okay, it's nothing to do with like not showing your faith or anything. It's just that if you put Arabic or like an Arabic symbol or something, and people are gonna think that you're from like Turkey or like you're not from America. Or like you
Yeah,
want to give like you're an American, right?
right.
And then you want to have like you can literally just copy this, like copy the lines, and then you want to have some form of resource. I would honestly start posting videos on YouTube, or you can have like a spreadsheet, be like down point, showing you how I am able to close high ticket sales. And it's you press it, and then it's like a freaking link to all of your role plays, right? By the way, have you guys seen this yet?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I want you guys later after this call to go through this funnel and give me your thoughts because this is like how I get people to sign up. So if it's
Okay.
if it's if it's not good, let me know. So yeah, you want to seem like an authority, right? You want to get verified, and because it's like $10 a month, right? And change your name. Like what's Moha DK? Like that's like you're like trying not to get like you don't want to seem like you're like a roadman, right? Like you need to give your govy. Okay, so put
Okay.
Muhammad Daira. Or the
The
real or the Muhammad Daira. That's it.
cool
Right. And then
Muhammad.
what you can do for your name, because like you know how you have your username and then your actual name,
Mm-hmm.
you're able to actually have like multiple like you can have like different names or like yeah, you can edit your name like this. This is for all of you guys. Put like Muhammad Daira, high ticket closer. Or like, yeah, because like that's what you want to be known for, right? Not like pipeline cash. Like it's like kind of like this is like immature. Which you can still have it, it's fine. But it's just like you don't want to be like you don't want to have like Muhammad Daira paper stacker. Like you want to have like a real professional name, right? And you also want to change your profile picture, right?
Cool.
Make it more professional. What I would say, like a good rule of thumb, guys. Devin Jatho actually has a pretty good video on this where you can like let me just show you where it is. I'll just send it in the group chat. But you want to basically have a proper profile picture because profile pictures honestly determine your reels. And I have no idea where it is. I'm just trying to find it. But basically it's just like he basically just talks about how to create a profile picture and literally all you're doing is what is this? No. Okay, the point is if I can't find it in the next 5 seconds, then
Wait, I
yeah.
think
Okay, so
go. I found it, bro. I just seen
where
it. Scroll down. More, a little bit more. Wait, slowly, man. Okay, keep going. Yeah, keep going. You're fine. Keep going. A little bit more. I swear to God, I've seen it. More.
bro.
Yeah, here it is. Stop using profile pictures like this. Gotcha, man.
Okay. So you want to go to pfpmaker.com, then you want to basically take a picture of yourself, right? Literally just like take a picture, take a selfie of yourself with your phone, smile really bright, right? Use your teeth, show your teeth. Don't be like you want to show your teeth and then put like a background, right? That way you can have a brand. This guy's purple, right? So that's him. I used to have a one of me smiling. I have to take a picture of me again. I'm gonna re-upload a picture of me talking or smiling, but I kind of have a picture like this because like I'm an authority, like I'm like talking to someone else, right? Where I can do one of me on stage. But like I kind of want to do one of me smiling. I just haven't had the time to like find one unless one of you guys can like go on like the one of the YouTube videos and just screenshot a nice enough picture of me smiling, and then I'll send it to me, and then I'll upload it on my YouTube and Instagram and Calendly. But yeah, so you want to do that, bro. And then the
Cool.
next thing is like, like yeah, bio. We already talked about bio. We talked about username. We talked about name. We talked about profile picture. We're gonna get into the content. You're doing a very good job. I would just say like post more photos like this, like more like luxury. Like what the bro? What is this? Okay. Like why do you have Travis Scott here, bro? It's
The
okay. I
dark
understand.
roads.
Like the people, like some people who don't know who Travis Scott is gonna think that like he dressed up as Batman and posted this, right? So like you gotta remove this. Like this, like it just ruins the whole aesthetic. Like they're gonna think like this is a before and after.
Was it what?
So like I would just say like yeah, okay. But like you're posted up in front of a bus station.
Airport.
Okay. All right. Cool. Paris airport. Okay, there you go. I see it. I just didn't know that from first glance, right? This is cool. Like you want to just make oh, Jesus. You want to post, bro. Bro. You just want to post photos that give like this guy knows what he's talking about. Oh my God, you changed your name already. I was gonna tell you, but now it's too late. Um, you can't change your name now because you have to
Okay.
wait, but this name is not searchable. Like if you say, yeah, my name is Muhammad Daira, like no one's gonna know how to spell that. So
Oh
it's okay.
fuck.
In 30 days, change your name. I'm pretty sure you still can. I'm not sure, but change your name to like the underscore Muhammad. That's it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Muhammad is like the most used name in the world. So
So you can put like the real Muhammad, the real underscore Muhammad, or like the Muhammad. Like you just want to be Muhammad. Like you just want to be known as that dude, right? Not
mhm.
Daira. I mean, you can have Daira. It's just that like Mohammed Daira, like no one's gonna know how to spell. Sometimes I still spell your name wrong. Sometimes I do Mohhmammed or like Mohaedead. Like I don't know how to spell Mohammed. I don't think anybody does,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So the Mohammed is good. Post more photos. Um, you need a better thumbnail for this video because this is just like it just breaks the aesthetic. Like it's just like your
Yeah.
face.
Is it but can I edit? I don't think I can edit it though.
Yeah, you can
Or
edit thumbnails. Yeah, you can edit thumbnails.
oh, okay.
Remove
And the
these
post,
tags.
yeah. The post I think I can't
No,
delete
you
that.
can. You can remove yourself from the. You can just do this and remove myself, bro.
Oh yeah.
They only tagged you, dude. That's like disrespectful. Yeah, no, you gotta remove your tag. You can do that. You just gotta go in the post. Okay.
Cool. No, I was talking more so the post, like the post where you were talking about the Batman thing. I don't think I can take that out. So
Oh,
should I
yeah, you're
delete
just
it?
gonna have to delete it, bro. Unfortunately,
It'd be like that sometimes.
because like if
Archive
I
it.
if I didn't know who this rapper was, I would have genuinely thought this was you.
If you don't want to delete it, you
So,
can archive it if you want.
No, no,
Like
I mean
it'll
at the
be
same
hidden.
time. I don't.
yeah, just archive it. Okay, so that's it for that one. Posts are important. Good to go. Let's talk about yeah, so more posting here, more aesthetic, more clean. You want to okay, before I talk about the highlights, you want to have at least one story a day of you doing something cool. Like post a video of us in a training class. Post a video of your food. Like you just want to have that like you just want to look like you have activity because if you have like the ring, like I'm not it's not showing now because I just opened it, but if you have something like usually my first instinct whenever someone DMs me, like I always check if they're active, right? Like if someone on the phone, it's not able to see it, but like if I go to like this guy's story, he's not active, right? If I go to like this guy, not active, right? So it's like it's just not good. You always want to be active because if you're active, then it looks cooler.
Okay. Can I post myself in the gym too?
Um, yeah, just not in a Batman suit.
Yeah, I don't go to the gym in a Batman suit.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll do then, now highlights. Okay, not bad. Not bad. But okay, so remove this, right? Like this is like, you know, not class, right? It's not really
Yeah.
class. So remove that. And you want to change the word to like me or like life or like
Yeah,
day or
cool.
like POV, right? But make sure when you're taking photos, like you're not taking them on dirty mirrors or like there's a towel behind. Like it just you have to look cleaner, right? This is good. I get it. It's the bag. You're feeling yourself. You're going to an appointment, but I'm not sure if this is how the shirt's supposed to look, but it looks very unwrinkled, right?
Hmm.
Very wrinkly. So it's like you have to just look like clean, right? Like if you look at my page, you know, everything is aligned, everything is congruent, right? Like boom, Audi R8. That's one of my clients. Thomas Garnett. Boom, like Christopher Kai. This guy knows like billionaires. Like bang. This person. Boom, right? Bang. Like it's all congruent. It's all aesthetic. That's my car. Nice red seats. Whatever. Boom. More proof. Money. Great. Like undeniable proof.
Hmm. I have like a 2 or 3 testimonial videos. Should I post that? Should I put that in my highlights?
Yes, but don't post them all at one time. Post them in spurts. And also, you want to be yourself too. Like I have like I'm not just a robot. Like I post myself dancing or like trolling my wife,
Right? Thank you, you can leave it yourself. With you.
right? And then this you guys all need to invest in one of these things. These masks.
What
It's
is
really good.
that?
Yeah, what is that?
It's good. It's a CPAP mask. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're going into this. Okay, so it's basically a if you like I'm telling you, even if you don't snore, it's super important that when you sleep, you're breathing through your nose because if you don't breathe through your nose at night, you're starving your brain of oxygen, and when you sleep with your okay, not this thing, Jesus. Hold on. Jaw strap. There you go. It keeps your mouth, it just forces your mouth to stay closed, and it's pretty comfortable to wear. Just make sure you buy a good one. I bought this one, I think, pretty sure. So keeps your mouth closed, no strip, nighty night, right? Like what the heck is this? Like I'm like in my bed, right? But like $1.2 million, so it's fine. Like if I just posted this, then like I would tell myself like I'm like crusty, but like there's $1.2 million right there, so that's fine, right? Right? So just, always be yourself. Oh yeah, this is Mohammed, you're on my story, right? Boom,
What an honor.
right? Um, wait, what? Wait, my story of Thomas is not on here. But you get the point, right?
Yeah, I do get it. Now, that being said, I can change my username again. What should I change it to? You
Just
said
find a way to make it Mohammed, and it's like just like it has to be like very easily searchable. Or like maybe it's like Moha, like because Mohammed is hard to spell. Moha, Moha, like make it like the real Moha or something, or like the real or like the Moha. Like find a really simple name and just play around with it, right?
do I have to do the underscore Mohan?
Yeah. And Daniel Barbat, like your thing should be Barbat. Because like Daniel, like if you put, I guarantee you, if you put like the Barbat, it's probably available.
The underscore Moha.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
And
then
it's also
Momo,
better. It's better if
Momo
it's
is like
short.
Momo.
It's better if it's shorter though. Because like people usually just start typing it and they remember you from the first.
Yeah. So listen, guys, I have to jump because I have a meeting right now.